This little pot contains the very famous and until recently very secret 11 herbs and spices. I'm going to break down what's in that. Hello everyone, welcome to Food Review UK Vlogs. My name is MJ, and first of all, before I even start this video, I wouldn't even be doing this video if it wasn't for another channel. So basically just a shout out to them, because essentially I'm just using all of their information and their hard work. They are the Glenn and Friends cooking channel. Over the past year, they have been looking into the mystery and mystique surrounding the 11 herbs and spices from KFC, debunking rumours, mysteries. There's like a list of spices that was published in like the Chicago Tribune newspaper, which has basically been debunked, even though you'll find that list on the Wikipedia page. I think the Wikipedia page needs updating, because basically Glenn and Friends cooking channel have revealed what it actually is. If you want to see the full story, I would just recommend going over there, watching certainly the most recent video, which is called KFC The End, sort of the culmination of all of the videos. But honestly, watch the whole journey, because it is a fascinating journey that it's been on. Now, in the past, I have tried to replicate the KFC herbs and spices spice blend, and I made like a KFC roast chicken in the past, and you guys were like telling me that I was way off base. Cool. So anyway, using the Glenn and Friends cooking channel's recipe, I made this spice mix. This is the 11 herbs and spices. Now, the one thing I will say, the one little like addendum slash note slash asterisk, is that they didn't actually provide or they weren't able to provide the actual ratios. So we know all of the spices, and we know that they are in descending order. So it starts with the spice that has the most, and then it gets less and less and less. We just don't know what the ratio is. Now, I've had a few attempts at ratios, and whilst it is hard to tell, I basically don't think you can go too far wrong. So I've gone, for me personally, with this ratio. So 3 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of coarse pepper, this is all black pepper by the way, 1 teaspoon of cracked black pepper, then 3/4 teaspoon of white pepper, half a teaspoon of allspice, that's this bad boy here, it's dried pimento berries, it's basically what gives jerk chicken its flavouring, half a teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of MSG, monosodium glutamate, half a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of sage, and 1/3 teaspoon of marjoram. So that is what we've got. It's, you know, it is primarily salt and pepper, basically, with just a few different notes above that give it a better depth of flavour. Now, in terms of the smell, it's very pungent and it's very punchy because it's got so much pepper in. Like, this thing will make you sneeze. So when I'm sniffing this, I'm like barely inhaling because it's really strong. And in fact, I need to take a deep breath to talk away from it, right? But yeah, it's really interesting because beyond that pepper, there are those other interesting spices that give it a really interesting aromatic, and it does smell definitely KFC-esque. KFC-esque. Now, of course, the thing is, this specific spice blend, when it's actually cooked at KFC, it's mixed in with flour, so this is basically pure, unadulterated, like mega KFC flavour. So if you are cooking with it, yeah, just bear that in mind. Now, what am I going to do with it? I've already started using it, guys. So I actually did a roast chicken at the weekend. I put a little bit on there, not much, but I put a little bit on the skin. And do you know what? It did definitely have, that skin definitely had like a KFC taste to it. Now, the other thing is, I'm actually uploading this video on the 2nd of April, Friday the 2nd of April. You could obviously be watching it when, and that's not a word probably. But one of the things that I did with it was made Heinz KFC mayonnaise. I say Heinz then, it's really just KFC mayo. I made this with roast chicken gravy, Southern style gravy, and the 11 herbs and spices mix. So this should be a very genuine tasting KFC mayonnaise. I say it should be. I actually reviewed it yesterday on April 1st, and I sort of half passed it off as being real. Of course it's not real. I made it, and it's fake. But I'm going to have a video up on the channel very soon, tomorrow actually, the 3rd of April, going behind the scenes of how I made it. So if you want to see that, click subscribe if you're new. And if you're an existing subscriber, well then it's going to be up soon. That's one of the things I've done with it. You could try making your own fried chicken at home. Doing this spice mix with that, dredging it with that. I may actually very soon, I might do like a grilled chicken with it. And just griddle the chicken and put that in a wrap. We'll see how that turns out. I think there's tons more stuff that you could do with this. I'm very intrigued and interested to see just what we can unlock with the KFC spice blends. That is the 11 herbs and spices, guys. As I said at the start, big thank you again to Glenn's Cooking and Glenn's Food and Cooking Glenn and Friends Food channel on YouTube, because if it wasn't for them cracking the code, I wouldn't have made this video. Yeah. That is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new, please subscribe. And we've got tons more videos on the channel if you are. We do really fun and zany and interesting stuff over here. So you might like it. Take it easy. See you next time. Cheers. This little pot is a pot. It's brilliant. It's really nicely focused. You can do this. This little pot...